here's what we're doing. Okay, I think we're gonna try to do the outside one first. Okay, and we'll see how this shakes out. Okay, so I'm gonna take these little guys. Okay, and hi,
hello,
lovely wife.
Hi,
Okay, and we are going to fill these up. Okay, with different gases. Okay, and then we'll use the marker to label, not that one, this to label the gases. Okay, and then I'm going to ask you guys to help me with putting the straws on. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll all just kind of do this together rather than kind of splitting up. So we're going to go outside. I'm going to start my car. We're going to fill this balloon up, okay, with gas from my exhaust, okay, and then I'm going to tie it off, okay, and then we'll label it. We'll bring it back in, and then we'll tie a straw to it, okay, right? Go with me. So what I think we'll do is we'll get all of our gases first, and then we'll put them in that blue stuff. I hope we have enough time. I have no idea. Okay, if not, we'll just leave the gases in the balloon, and then go from there. Okay. So what's that, Bubba?
Do you want us to bring our papers out there?
No. Okay, you don't have to bring your papers out there. Okay. Oh my gosh. So the first one we'll do is the exhaust. So we'll go outside. We'll wear our masks. I'll start my car. We'll hopefully blow this balloon up. And it seems like you're like, how's this going to work? Well, fingers crossed, it does. And then we will come back in. We will do the air compressor, which is behind Cindy there. Okay, and then I'll blow up a balloon with my air, because I don't have anything that I know of. I could blow. Anyway, and then the hardest one is the pure CO2. Okay, so last year it was a disaster. This year we'll see how it goes. I have a bottle back there that has a little bit of baking soda in it. We're gonna make like a volcano, you know. But we're gonna put this balloon on top of the bottle, and then hopefully pinch it off that way. Okay, so that would be pure CO2. So CO2 from me, from the car, from the air compressor, from the baking soda. Okay, everybody got it? All right, let's go outside and see how this goes. Pumped. I got this, I got this. Just make sure you wear your mask. Let's go this way. We're good. You want to be my person that moves this? Sure. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Right, so
I mean
what
tonight.
I do
Tonight.
is just hold this onto it, and then when it starts to fill up, just hold off and tie it off. Okay? Yeah, just pinch it. So yeah. All right. So I am going to put my parking brake on, and safety first, right? Okay, here we go.
Safety glasses.
Hey, you guys let me know if it's blowing up, will you?
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, do that.
4.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Man got some juice.
All right, now, good job. Okay, so now we're going to tie this off. Okay. Fantastic. All right, so we'll label this car exhaust. This is awkward. Hold this. Not that good. Can you hold that for me? All right, let's head in.
I was gonna try to get Barb. He's gonna post that on his YouTube.
All right, let's head back here. How's the filming going? Still good?
Yeah, it's going alright.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do the air pump. You guys can come on back here for what it is. We'll do the air pump.
Let's put vinegar in this and throw it up in the air, Javen.
I might need some help. Can you grab this if once this is all?
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna hand this book. Hey, no! Distance yourself, sister.
It was the balloon, not me.
Now, see this?
My brain told my arm to tell the balloon to scrub your head with it.
Oh, you remember from last year. It's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we got this one. So this is the air compressor. Why can't I ever find anything that I put in my pockets?
It's because you have like
Did I put it right
a
there?
billion on
Where did I put that pen?
Yeah, what all do you have in your pocket?
I have too many things in my pockets right now. Okay, is my pen up there? Yeah. All right. So this one is the air pump. Okay, so we got air pump. We got that guy. Here's my this. All right. Now let's see how we do with this thing. All right, everybody come back and let's look at this guy. This could be bad. This could be very bad.
Javen, this is gonna blow up.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. Okay, sorry, you're never the lead.
Have you ever seen where they shake it up and throw it up in the air when it hits? It goes boom,
Oh yeah.
like a gunshot.
Oh yeah, man. I've seen it.
So mine
Okay.
smells really good.
So, Justice, do you want to be my balloon guy? Like as soon as this as soon as I pour it in, can you get it ready and then just cover it up like that? And you may have to like, as soon as it starts bubbling, you may have to like,
Have you done this one before?
have I done this one
Like it
before?
might get very.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I have done this before, but it did
What if
not
you put
go
the
well.
vinegar in the balloon? And you can just dump it.
Yeah, just drop the vinegar.
No, that'd be hard.
Let's
You don't wanna be able to
let's
get very
also
much-
put this underneath so it just doesn't spill everywhere.
How about we like put that like so it projects
Oh,
away
oh.
from you.
What's that? Put that on top there. Yeah, let's do
Baking soda
this.
here, you just snort it.
You're totally getting you like so messed up, man. Okay.
Really? Because if so, I'll do it.
No, you probably would. Okay. Here we go. Ready? I'm nervous. Okay, get it up there.
What the hell?
That's okay. Okay, now pinch it off and see if you can hold it there. And then, like, I'm gonna put a little bit more in. Let's see if I can get it. Actually, let's just do it twice. Let's just do it twice. So we'll get this one. So pull that one off, and then I will twist it off. Maybe. If it comes out.
Put the twist down at first.
What's that, Black?
Put the twist down at first, then pull it off.
I could do that. Let's just do 2 of these. Okay, look at that little cutie. I should have chose a different color, I wasn't thinking. But we'll go pure.
That noise is weird in my mouth.
Okay, now let's see if I can just put, I'm just gonna dump the rest of this in, and we'll see what happens.
Maybe you should add more baking soda.
I know, I could, but then it's gonna start to like, you know.
YOLO.
No, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, baby. No, maybe not. That's all right. This will be good. This will be enough. That's really on there, isn't it? Aw,
Damn. That's tough.
did not see that coming. All right, we'll go pure. Okay, now.
I think it's leaking out.
Might be. Okay, now here's what I need. I'm gonna. Who wants to do the straw thing? Can anybody do the straw thing for me?
What are we doing?
Okay, so here's one. Here's one. So here we'll do here. Here's what we'll do. So I'll give you each a straw, and you need each one of. Jacob, you want to do that one? Okay. All right. So you put the straw in the base. That one looks like it's losing some. Definitely. Hold on a second.
They're both losing.
They're both losing?
Yeah.
Morgan pinched hers.
Okay, yeah, pinch it there and we'll see. Okay, so you put the straw in the bottom. I've got to get you a straw.
Squeeze it.
You still should blow it out.
Okay, so the straw goes in the bottom, okay, like this, and then you like twist tie around. You know what I mean? That one might be weird, but we'll see what happens.
I don't take this one off yet.
No.
Yeah, don't take the top off. You just twist it around the bottom, because then what we're going to do is we're going to pour that stuff in, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to blow it into this. Okay, now I'm going to get out of your way so I'm not blowing everybody.
Oh man, this thing's completely gone. Mine's like.
Try to remember. That's
You can squeeze it out of there.
So. This is gonna land.
We'll have to.
Yeah, we may have to try it again. Okay, let's do, I'm just gonna do these one at a time. Can you make sure you can like maybe come over here and film from here so you can see? So this is bromophenol blue, and it was interesting because on Friday,
Put it in the vinegar.
I put that little bit, remember we tested it in class, and so I cleaned it up, and I thought, oh, I need to clean this out of the container. And when I did, I put water in it, and it instantly turned blue. And I did not see that coming at all. Let me get some scissors. All right. So here's our predictions. Okay. Remember, we've got different colors. Okay, and it may not change like immediately. I don't know. I can't remember how it all went down.
Out of breath.
I don't know, I'm nervous. Like I'm nervous and excited. Okay, let's do Jabin for let's do the car exhaust first, okay? All right, so there's this little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we got the car exhaust, right? So I'm gonna take this, bless your heart.
Thanks, Jabin. Bless your alligator shirt.
Thank you. So I'm taking this off of the top part, right? Okay, and now I'm going to put it directly in here. Let's see what happens. It's pretty green to me, right?
Yellow green.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. That's mustard, dog.
Okay. Interesting, right? Okay, that's from the car exhaust.
I love it.
That's kind of that yellowy green. Okay, now let's do
Jabin, you smell like weed.
human breath. I smell like weed? Oh, man. Huh. All right, so let's see. Why don't I have another beaker here?
Wait,
Hey,
maybe
can you
it's
go
my
in that
hands.
cabinet and grab me another beaker?
What up your hands? I think it's
Okay.
the balloons.
The balloons smell like marijuana.
You think it is? No.
Okay, so there's that.
Just do that one. It's fine.
That's fine. Okay,
I brought up my bong to school. That's my bit. Sorry, guys.
okay. So here we go with, this is the human breath.
Is this your human breath?
It is.
That's gonna be toxic. Starting to get green. It's a dark green.
Okay,
Green dog.
I don't think any
There
of
you
my
go.
predictions are right.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's kind of more of a darker green than the car exhaust, right? This
The
is
car
more
exhaust is
kind of-
yellow
okay,
green.
yeah, yellow green. This just looks straight up green. Okay, the control is just gonna be this. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna waste my stuff. Okay, now, air pump, here we go.
Maybe try tilting that on the side so like all of it gets in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about the,
Why don't you hold the beakers a
Get
little
like
bit
a
to the side?
plastic tube and open the cap.
we might have to do it again, and then just immediately transfer it, you know?
Or yeah, what Elijah said, if you get a tube with a cap, then you could just run it straight into the solution.
Like a beer pong.
Try to figure out like that. Okay. So this is interesting. This is kind of more of a,
Blue green.
yeah,
Turquoise.
definitely a different color green than this one. So we got kind of a yellowy green. I don't know what kind of this is more of a turquoise.
That's just green
Okay,
itself.
just green itself. Okay, now
Carbon dioxide.
Oh, man. Okay.
Isn't there such thing as carbon
Is that
dioxide?
the pure, that was your pure
poisoning?
right there?
Yeah,
And there's nothing in there?
No.
Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of this one from Morgan.
Isn't there something called carbon
Maybe,
dioxide?
there's a little bit, right?
I get it.
There's a little bit.
Okay, we'll see what happens. If not, we'll try it again.
Good. Oh. I changed it already.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, yeah! Hey, it worked! Okay, squeezy, squeezy.
That's yellow now.
Okay, all right. This looked more like, this color looks more like it did when it was just that fresh out of the bottle, right? Don't you think so? Okay, cool. 4 very distinct colors. Okay, turquoise, green, green, yellow, green, and orangey. Okay, all right.
Orange yellow.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, you stop there. All right, so here's what we got. We've got the control, of course, is going to be that kind of, it's already kind of a blue color. Okay, right, so it's the least amount of CO2. Okay, and then so auto exhaust, I would say that that's more of kind of a, I'd say it's more of a, did you say greenish yellow? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, so we're over here to the most CO2, right? Then the green balloon with the, or sorry, the balloon with the human breath, that was more kind of bluish green? Or did you say greenish blue? Bluish green, right? Okay, so, and then the pure CO2 would be more of that yellow, right? Orangish yellow. Okay, and then the air pump, I would say that's closer to, you know, the blue, the greenish blue, right?
Wait,
right?
what
Is
did
that
we
what you
say?
had? What did you say for the air pump? What color did you say?
I don't know.
If
What did we put for the auto exhaust? That was
auto exhaust was like the greenish yellow. I would say that the bluish green, blue-green is from the air pump, and then the human breath is greenish blue. That looks more green to me, green-blue, and then the air pump is more bluish, right? You all with me on that? So here's what, when I first did this, like I'm like, what are we gonna get? Okay, hopefully one of your predictions may have been that like the pure CO2 would have the most, right? Because if it worked out right, that was the only gas that was coming out. Okay, when I breathe, okay, out.
I think 3 of these right.
You got 3? Nice. When I breathe out, like everybody's like, oh yeah, you're breathing out carbon dioxide. But you got to remember, our number 1 gas in the atmosphere is not carbon dioxide and it's not oxygen. What is the number 1 gas in the atmosphere? Nitrogen, right? Okay, our bodies just don't readily use the nitrogen. Though I was looking at some interesting things in the literature about a nitric cycle in our mouths. Okay, but we don't have like an organism in our body that converts the nitrogen for us to use, right? Okay, plants, rhizobium, that'll do that. We'll talk more about that later. So when I'm breathing out, I don't know if many of you thought that you might have a higher level. Most people do, right? That your breath, your human breath, might be higher. What I should have done maybe is ask you to rank them, okay, right, in your predictions. Like, which do you think would be number 1, okay? Right? So in your predictions, which was number 2? Hopefully you said your pure CO2 is number 1, but which did you think had more? Do you think that the car would have more or the human breath would have more? You did. You did think the car would have more. And you guys are smart, right?
Oh, I didn't answer that.
That's okay. Right? So number 1 was pure CO2. Number 2 was the car. Number 3 would be the air pump, and then last would be that. So if you want to maybe write those down maybe. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 based on just color alone. Okay? Number 1 was pure CO2. Okay, that was the one that was most yellow,
And then
Okay.
auto exhaust is 2.
right?
And then air pump is 3.
Yep, and human breath was 4.
Got it.
Now, remember, this is an indicator, right? This is a pH indicator, and that's why I chose to do this activity today, because this chapter 2, is talking about chemistry stuff, okay? And pH is huge in environmental science. Okay, we're gonna talk about pH a lot throughout, not just this chapter, but throughout the year. Okay, and so this pure CO2, this yellow, okay, had the most CO2, but it was also the most, look at acidic, right? This was the most acidic. This human breath was the least acidic, right? And so we can look at those changes, okay, by using that pH indicator, that bromothiamol blue, right? Okay, why is this important? Okay, because we're not really releasing a lot of CO2 by like putting baking soda and vinegar together. You know, like that's not, I mean, you're doing that, but that's not what's changing the climate, right? What's adding more CO2 to the atmosphere is this auto exhaust, right? Humans, yeah, people are like, oh, man, humans are releasing a lot of CO2, right? Not so much. Okay, why is this releasing carbon? Where's the carbon in the car exhaust coming from? What's that? Yeah, the combustion of the gas, right? Where did the gas come from? Where does gas come from?
Gas station.
Gas station. I'm glad you said that. Honestly, yeah, yep. It comes from the gas station, but where's the gas station get it?
Truck back home.
Truck,
Gas.
yeah, right. Where's the truck get it?
The refinery.
Where's the refinery get it?
I'm not last for it. No. From another truck.
From the ground, but what, did we just pump like gasoline from the ground?
Oh yeah. Crude oil.
It's oil, right? We refine the oil to make gas, okay? Where did the oil come from?
Fossils.
Yeah, dead stuff, right? Okay? T-Rexes and whatnots, right? Okay, so that's dead carbon that's been down there for, 1 million plus years. Okay? Any questions about this? Thanks for your help. I liked it. Did anybody feel comfortable? Everybody felt okay doing that?